Hello and welcome to this brief video on the Time Connect desktop app. This is showing you how our app works. This sits on PCs or laptops and allows you to make and take phone calls just as you would expect to do from a desk telephone. Um, and this is ideal for new users, people new to the apps, new to our system, or people that are looking for a refresher. If you need more in-depth discussion, you'd like to learn more about the app, please do feel free to get in touch. But for now, we'll just go through the basics using these screenshots. So as you can see here, this is a layout of the screen on the app. It has a standard keypad, and you can dial keys by either pressing the keypad on your PC, laptop, or you can physically click on the buttons here. That will populate the screen. So what you can see here is we have dialed the office. You hit call and it will go and ring the office. If you want to cancel one or multiple digits, press the C, the cancel key, and that will clear that screen down and take you back to a blank screen. Here you've got three horizontal lines, and if you click those lines, they take you to the settings, and there's only two items here that I'm going to go through with you for now. This is shortcuts and settings. We'll start with shortcuts. These boxes here are the shortcuts. They can sit on the bottom horizontally, or they can sit down the side as I choose to have them vertically. They allow you to simply click a button and it will go dial the number associated with that button. So if you click shortcuts, you will then see a screen such as this. It allows you up to 12 options, and you type in the name that you want on the label, you type in the number associated with that, choose whether you want it vertical as it is a standard, or click there for the horizontal across the bottom, click save, and once you've done that, then your shortcuts are saved, and you're ready to go. I'm now going to look at the settings tab. So if you click settings, it will then bring up the window that you can see here. And I've blanked everything else out. The only two bits I want to point out here are the speaker and the microphone. As you can see, I'm using a Sennheiser headset, whether it's earpods, whether it's any other device. This is where you would choose the device by clicking this arrow, and that's how you speak and hear calls that you're going to be making. So if you then have an incoming call, you'll hear the dial tone, the incoming call tone rather, and you'll see this little window pop up here. And when that window pops up, you can answer the call, decline the call, or you can transfer the call using the icon there. And if you click that icon, you'll see this happen. So by clicking that, this little transfer icon comes up. It's called a blind transfer. So you haven't answered the call yet. It's still ringing. You would click a number, you'd click OK, and the call would go off into that extension. So the calling party doesn't know that you've transferred the call, but it allows you to carry on with your meeting, or for whatever reason you've decided to do that, you're undisturbed. If you decide to decline the call, you're effectively saying, no, I don't want the call. All it's doing is stopping your app ringing. If you've got a desk phone, that will still ring. If you have any other devices, they will still ring. It stops the ringing. It stops you being disturbed. If you click answer, then you will see this window appear. And this then gives you the opportunity to do some other things with the call. So you can have the call. When you're finished, you click end. But if during that call you need to put the caller on hold, you just click there. You click hold again to get the call back. If in the meantime you wish to transfer somewhere else, you would click the transfer key, which is there. That then brings up this little icon here. You click transfer there, and you'll recognize the window that comes up there. You can then click the button there, click OK, and it'll ask you whether you want to announce it first, in other words, tell the person who's calling, or whether you want a blind transfer. Click OK, and the call will then go to wherever you've asked it to go to. If we look at the tabs across the top, we have a call history tab and we have a contacts tab. So if we look at the call history tab, it will bring up this window here. And what you can see, the icon and the name, this will show you whether the call was inbound or outbound. So blue with a downward arrow is an inbound call, green with an outbound arrow or an upward arrow is an outbound call, and red typically says that the call is either a missed call or a cancelled call, or it's been answered elsewhere. second ago when I mentioned if you decline the call, it stops it ringing. It still will ring somewhere else. If that call gets picked up somewhere else, it will show you that it's been answered elsewhere. You'll see the number associated with the call. You'll see the date and the time of that call, and naturally you'll see information about whether the call was answered or not. And finally, if we go to the Contacts tab, if your system's got 1,000 contacts, then you can see all 1,000 contacts through this tab here, the Contacts tab. You can search by using the search key there. You type in the name of a contact, and if it's in the system, it will bring up the name or any other names that have that word within. You choose which one you want, click on it, click dial, and it will go ring it. Or alternatively, you can see the names and the numbers associated here. I've blanked them out, but you can see them all here, and you can then click and dial. And finally, the internal extensions are also within the list. So if you right click on an internal extension, save it as a favorite, it will then take it to the top of the list, and it will show you the status of that extension. So if an icon is red, then it's because that person is on the phone, or they're busy, or they're away from the desk. If it's green, they're ready to take the call. So this gives you the status of an extension, very useful function. So that's a very brief overview on the desk phone, how it works, what it does, and if you need any more help, please do get in touch and we'll answer your questions. Many thanks.